Hi, my name is Chef Claire, and today we're going to make penne pasta using the Emeril Pasta Beyond pasta maker. So let's get started. We have all-purpose flour. We have semolina, which is extra fine, which works the best, I find, when I'm using the pasta maker. We have salt for flavor. We have olive oil, and the reason that we use the olive oil is to make it a little bit more easier to roll. It adds flavor, and it works better with the machine, I find. That's why I like to use it. Water and eggs. We always use large eggs when measuring in our cup, in our liquid measuring cup, because it's precise. And as you know, when you use pasta makers, electric pasta makers, it really pays to be really precise so that the pasta flows really nicely out of the machine. So let's get started. I'm going to take the penne disc and attach it to the machine, followed by the top to secure it. Then we're going to remove the lid and we're going to add the flour. And today we're going to make 1 pound, which is a double batch. I'm going to scoop some flour. And the important thing to know about the flour is that you want it level and you don't want it compacted. So here's 1 batch. But like I said, we're making a pound, so we're going to do 2 batches. And this is the extra fine semolina, which I find makes awesome pasta. And like I said, we level it off. Okay. So we also add a teaspoon of salt. Teaspoon of salt. And that's, again, for flavor. Now the dry mixture is ready. So let's just put the lid on. We have 2 large eggs that we're going to scramble up or mix up so that it goes into the feeder nice and smooth. If you don't beat them good, then it will stick. It will stick in where you add the fluid. And the problem with that is then you just have to grab, what I do is I just grab the fork and I assist it. So if it does get caught up, there's ways around it. Now, here's our liquid measuring cup. So again, we're doing 2 batches. Okay, so there's the egg. And what we want to do is we want to fill to the double batch line right here. We're going to add oil. So now we're adding the oil at 1 tablespoon. And again, for flavor and to make the dough a little more pliable. We're going to add water to the 150 line. There you go. I'm going to give it another stir. And we're ready to start the process of making our pasta. We're going to turn the machine on. We're going to hit batch 2, which is 19 minutes. And now we're going to add the liquid in. We add the liquid kind of slow, but I think pretty much at a steady motion, and that helps it incorporate into the flour to create the dough. Okay, so it's mixing, and what you'll see is it's like pea-like consistency. It's you know, that's what you want it to look like. You want it to look like the size of pea, kind of like when you're making pie dough, same thing. You want it to have this same texture. If for any reason it's too dry and it's hard to come out, you can add a little more water, like a tablespoon, and then it'll make it, and remix it, and then it'll make it come out much smoother. If it gets too clumpy and it turns into balls in different parts of the machine, if you add just a handful or a sprinkle of some flour, you will see that the pasta dough will break up and make it easier also to come out of the machine. Okay, I'm going to pause the machine, and this is what the dough should look like. If you clump it together, See? So that's what we're looking for. So now it will start to extrude. And if it doesn't come out perfectly, what I do is tend to let it come out about 1 inch or so, and then I'll take the imperfection, the ones that don't look like penne, because it needs a minute to warm up, and I'll throw them back into the auger, and it will continue to mix and come back out much smoother. Sometimes you just have to give the disc a minute to warm up, and all the centrifugal force is what warms up the disc to make the pasta extrude much easier and faster. So we'll let this go for just another second. Let's get out all the imperfection so we can get really nice looking penne. And there we go. Out comes the penne. And you just continue to make cuts to the length that you want. You're in control of how long you want your penne to be. So Sunday is pasta day for me. So I make meatballs and sauce. And what I like is that I'm able to make my own penne for the dish. And it's just so easy. So I plan my whole day, and then right before I'm getting ready to serve dinner or make dinner, finish the final touches of dinner, I make the pasta and into the boiling water, 3 minutes out. You got nice hot fresh pasta with sauce, meatballs, sausage, the whole Italian, red gravy. It's the whole thing.
For more information, tips, tricks, and delicious recipes, please watch our videos at emerilpastabeyondinfo.com.